Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 183. You get the Nasdaq up 23. S&P's up 6.5. Gold contract up $3.60, trading $19.78 an ounce. You get silver up 55 cents. $28.34 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 6 pennies, $43.03 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now flat up one tick at 139.04. The 30-year up 11 at 175.04. And King Dollar's toast, folks. Down another 131 ticks, trading 92.239. The euro is at 119. The yen is out here at 106, and the British pound's at 133 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Monday morning, man. We got a lot of action to kick things off on Monday. Quite the market as the final trading day of August, man. September, tomorrow. Pretty remarkable.
No doubt. And, I heard you just on the news, the Apple, the Tesla, bottom line, they've been keeping the market up, folks. And this morning, guess what? The bottom line is that now they haven't broken to new highs, even on a split-adjusted basis, but they're right next to it. I mean, Apple's up $2.60 right now, trading $1.27. The high is 128.78, and we hit 128.74 this morning. We go over and we take a look at Tesla. You're going to see the same type of setup. Tesla is up $14.50. The high that was established on Friday is 463.69. We've hit 461. It's pretty amazing that you have the split-adjusted shares, and they're still higher.
It is, man. It is. Part of it was, okay, everybody loaded the till to the limit, right? Ahead of the split, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, they're both up 2 to 3% the day afterwards. One of the things that just struck me is, if you were in the market, man, the Elon taking Tesla private at $420 tweet is one that will go down in history because it hit that number and flew by. Tesla just split 5 for 1. And it's still above $420, which is just crazy.
And when he said that at $420, that seemed outrageous.
It did. And it was outrageous. I mean, he got investigated practically by the SEC because it was so outrageous. And I think the stock was like at 200 something, give or take at that time, right? Maybe even under that. But hey, give it a year, man. I mean, you put Tesla now on the chart. You go back, I just got it on a daily going back a year, man. It was split adjusted trading at $43 back within the last year. And you're more than a 10 bagger right now at $457.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Overnight here, folks, okay, this is pretty wild. If you're following, okay, so picture, first you had Warren Buffett, come into the gold market. Now what he did over the weekend, okay, he bought into 5 trading companies in Japan. Now, these are just not regular trading companies, folks. These are all commodity trading companies.
Yeah.
This is, he's looking for inflation, man. That's the bottom line, Now, these are great businesses, okay, because they're very tough businesses, to get into because you need a huge amount of cash and, they're established businesses. But this is a big number, man. So let's see. They trade.
And they're almost conglomerates.
They are. They absolutely are. They're trading everything: agriculturals, metals, energies, chemicals. Mitsubishi gets 42% of it's from commodities. The other firms get at least 30%. He's getting into the aspect of guess what, folks? If there is inflation, if inflation is coming, it goes into the commodities very quickly. That's just how this thing goes, because what happens with commodities, of course, is that, well, for the big metals parts, you're going to be established because you need the contacts on both sides. For the soft parts, the bottom line is that, every single commodity is a commodity because guess what? They grow it, you sell it, you grow it again, you sell it. And so the pricing structure is very close to where the production gets done,
Yeah, no, pretty cool just from a fundamental perspective in terms of what he's thinking, why the big conglomerates, because, the headline is 5 leading trading companies, but Japan's trading company is nothing like, the TD Ameritrade Schwab's of the U.S., where they have a lot of diversification, more so than our trading houses here.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go to John in Michigan. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Morning, John.
Happy kicking into the September, maybe the fall. Yeah.
You got it. Hey, I got a question for you about Tesla. There are a number of hedge funds, I think of David Einhorn, that have been super short on Tesla. And so now we have the split. What do you think is going to happen with these guys? They're going to have more shares than they had before.
But it's only really like a head game. It's shares, and nothing has really changed, price-wise. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get it, but you wonder about, okay, now instead of having 100 shares, they've got 500 to short at a lower price. But I wonder how they deal with, the dynamic. I'm sure that they're 10 steps ahead of my question, but
well, David Einhorn, if
he
shot Tesla, he's a big option guy. So when he goes short, most of the time he's going short with defined risk.
Okay.
So what he does is that he goes out. This is one of the biggest option guys, folks, in the business. When he makes these big bets, like when he made the big bet and he lost on Target, right? The bottom line, he still had defined risk. He went out about a year and a half, bought monster amounts of puts, sold calls. So he was doing actually bear spreads, in a monster way. That's how he had done that one. I suspect it's the same thing with Tesla. It's not as direct as we think that you just sell it and leave it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not how he trades. So hey, listen, man, I wouldn't want to be short Tesla, man.
Chuckle, man.
That's this.
I got that.
I don't
if you love to short it at 100, then you love to short it at 200, then you love to short it at 3, then you love to short it at 4. Now it's at 456. I mean, it's been a rocket ship 10-bagger, so it's a tough one, man.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
It's mind-blowing.
Well, I mean, when I look back, I mean, this may be just as big as when Apple came out with, the iPod and all of this stuff. It changed everything forever. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, who would ever think that, Apple was trading, I don't know, I think it was at $60
peanuts,
at and this is pre-split now, and then before pre-split being 7 to 1. If you don't remember, Apple went 7 to 1 too. So I'm talking about $60, because I'm talking like, I remember the day that they come out, because I was sitting in an office down in Tampa, and it was like, I don't know, it was like 2000 or 2001 that they come out with that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that changed everything. And Tesla very well, the bottom line is that they're not making a lot of cars. If they stop making as many cars as GM, man, forget it, man, right? And it's a cult.
And
and it's Tom, a great car.
I listened to Larry's show before yours, and he talks about them being a data management company, and they're going to be into the insurance business. Have you heard that?
That would make sense. Yep.
And they're a battery company too, which is the big thing.
Yeah. Now, the insurance business is a no-brainer, right?
Artificial intelligence, they got a lot.
Stay right there, John. Tommy and I come right back. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 186, Nasdaq's up 37, S&Ps are off 3. We're talking with John from Michigan. We're talking about Tesla. We're talking about, the insurance business. That'd be a great business, man. just imagine, you're in your car. They know how you approach red lights. They know how you do your gas pedal. They know if you're swerving. They know everything. So you talk about putting that into some data. Having insurance rates go up or down, that's about as good as you get, I'd say, right?
Yeah, and I think also, they're insuring you not as a driver but as an owner, because the theory is that the car won't be able to crash. Okay, and I know that they're not there yet, but
that's cool.
And then they say that you only drive your car 5% of the time every year, so you'll only be paying for the time that you're using it. Then if you want to use that self-driving feature, you'll be able to program your car to take you to work, and then after it drops you off, it becomes an Uber. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I agree with all
that.
that.
This guy...
I just think we're 10 to 15 years probably away from that happening. But things keep happening quicker than we all expect. So it might be accelerated. But it is, and that's part of the reason that, I like Uber, one of the companies, man, because Uber's going to do the same thing. They're having these huge battles right now in California about workers. Well, give it some time, man. Their business plan does not involve workers driving their cars, at some point in time. And that's the same thing with Tesla. They have a fleet of Teslas that just immediately compete with Uber overnight, but that overnight's probably a decade at least in the future.
Yeah, isn't he going to become like another one of his plans is to become like an Uber, right?
Yes, yeah. They'll just produce a fleet of cars, and once they reach that point,
everybody.
Yeah,
a friend of mine has a nice position in Tesla, and he tells me that Ford Motor Company, for example, spends like $5 billion a year advertising, and Tesla doesn't advertise. So with that $5 billion every year, they're building a new gigaplant, they're building one in Berlin. They're building one in Texas. They've got that big one in China. They've got the big one outside of Oakland, California. So this guy, he could buy Ford if he wanted to, with his pocket change.
Yes.
Right now.
Oh, listen.
They're useless. These car companies, Ford, GM, Chrysler, they're useless to them, I guess.
They are
The
useless.
one thing I would just be careful of, and it's all true, man, and eventually over time, I think everything you're saying is exactly right, John. It's just the comparison to Apple, it's definitely dead on, but when you think about Apple, man, they actually were one of the first people that you could be on the real internet. Remember their advertisements? It's the real internet on your phone, because we had this fake version of the internet, right, that just had half links and all this stuff, and they had the real internet on your phone, just like you saw it on a computer. Now Tesla has changed the world. They've pushed every car company to accelerate their goal of bringing electric vehicles. But it's not going to be quite the same in terms of you have Volvos, you have Audis, you're going to have these competitors that are going to be in the market, that are going to be electric vehicles, that are going to have the ability to be self-driving. So they are going to need some numbers to back up the multiples they're trading on right now. And competition is coming, even though I like the company, man. There's the other car companies in the world aren't just going to go away. They're going to have competitive vehicles eventually. Now Tesla's got the lead, they get the brand, they have the aura that surrounds them right now. Mm-hmm. But we just went from $200 to $463 in the matter of 2 months.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's quite warranted. That's all to keep in mind.
I know, believe me, I get it, and I appreciate your insight, Tommy. I know you're light years ahead of me when it comes to the tech stuff. So
no, listen, you got it right, man, because they're going to turn it into a fleet of vehicles, and the multiples, and on top of you have the artificial intelligence data that they are going to have in terms of all the vehicles, all the self-driving. They are ahead of everybody else in that data, and data is king, which we know. But you're dealing with, the likes of Toyota, a company worth $200+ billion. I'm pretty sure they're going to have some technology that might be able to compete as well.
No doubt.
The thing that's wild, right? So, listen, when we talk about evaluation, so you're paying. Let's say if you bought GM, right? GM's only trading at 12 PE, the most 15 forward looking, right? So, basically $1, you're
paying 12.
You're paying 12, okay? Tesla, you're paying $258. That being said, though, watch the difference here. Tesla is growing by 44% in the United States, 63% worldwide, and 40% in China. And if we go back to GM, you're dealing with a contraction of 8%.
Yeah.
So
just to add, the last thing I think about on this is that Apple always gets speculated that they might come out with a car, right? They've invested in some AI technology. They've invested in some self-driving technology. So there's going to be some shocks to Tesla when some big players potentially. It's just out there. It's something to keep in mind, man. But there's no reason why Apple can't have themselves a car. There's no reason why Apple couldn't just buy Ford like you're talking about, and boom, overnight they have a car company and they take their technology. I'm just creating what ifs. But when you have a company that's almost priced to perfection, which basically Tesla is right now, anything that comes into that market that questions how they're going to proceed could send a little shockwave into that equity, and that's where you probably see some of the shorts, hoping that something like that comes to fruition. But it hasn't yet, man, and I wouldn't be shorting it right now. With all of that said,
yeah.
Now, one thing I'd like to throw in there, one of the trump cards, and I hate to use that word, trump card, is that with Trump banging on China so hard, they could, in order to crash the U.S. economy. Imagine if they decided to take over Tesla and Apple in one fell swoop. Okay, imagine what that would do to the U.S. economy. The shock that would take. The initial, how the markets react and overreact. That's. I always think about that. That's what scares me about buying a Tesla, or Apple. At the
so you think China would try and take over their operations in China? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think
the way Trump is pushing them, they could just say, "Hey, we got to get this guy out of here," and they know how to play games too. Yeah,
the easiest way though, John, if they wanted to get if it's hard to separate the rhetoric as to what's really going on. The easiest way that China could do that is dump our bonds overnight and put our market in shock. You know, the United States, the big bad United States and all that, yeah, great country, we got it made. Guess what, man? We're vulnerable in 2 seconds, and the administration knows it. Anyone that's really in the finance business knows it. And the way to do it is dump the bonds. You want to crash this market? Dump those freaking bonds, man. You'll see this market go down 8,000 points overnight. So that I wouldn't worry about as much as everyone wants to make money.
The U.S. consumer.
Yeah.
You know, just that would be.
If they want to go, that's the easiest way to go. So. Cooking, brother.
Well, thank you for your insight. I really appreciate you letting me talk so long with you guys.
Oh, we love it, man.
Good stuff, John. Thanks so much, man.
You have a great day, guys.
You too. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow right now is down 188. Nasdaq's up 38. S&P's are up 3.5. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 185. We get the Nasdaq up 47. S&Ps are off 2.5. We had a couple tigers, Tom, that want to take a look at the silver market. So if we take a look at silver out here, you're going to see you're catching a nice bid out here, folks. No doubt. You got volume under the move. Yeah, you're picking your head up. This is nice, man. 57,000 contracts. You're coming up. You're trying to break out of this range that we've been in since the downdraft that was created out there on the 11th. So you get action, man. I mean, silver it's always nice when silver is leading the gold market, because silver is basically the redheaded stepchild. If you have red hair, I don't mean to say that something wrong with red hair, folks, but the bottom line is that this baby, when this goes, it really goes, and when it goes south, it goes, but it wants to go north right now, so it looks to me like this thing's on. And, the dollar, guess what? The dollar, broke down and stayed down last week, and it's down this morning. So the further that it gets away from this 92,546, we're 400 ticks away from it, the more probability that's going to run to 88,
And Tesla's now up 6% on the day, $26. I think the traders were listening, because it's up about $30 already on the session from where it opened.
Wow.
I know.
That is a wow.
It is.
And then you got, Microsoft, as well as you see them pulling back, just slightly, but the whole TikTok deal, folks, is not going to fly. So this is going to be wild watching how this is going to shake out. So
now, why do you say? I'm curious, because man, it's quite a dichotomy of news events, right? Then you have the Chinese issuing deals about their artificial intelligence technology that could put a cramp on things.
That's right. They're going to have to get permission now to sell any parts of the company.
Listen, not that, we said it in the beginning, as I said, okay, so the U.S. companies have trouble operating in China, right? So it's not outlandish for the U.S. president to say, hey, you're not going to let our companies operate without you clamping down on everything they do. We're not going to let you just put a company that takes all our data into China. Well, then China's like, well, we're just not going to let you then, force China to sell all that technology to a U.S. company. Right. So it'll be interesting.
And both administrations have nothing to lose. It's the companies. So that's why I'm saying that it's going to fly. That it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, why should they change? It's like, hey, who cares? They're not losing anything out of it. Do you know what I mean? They'll let the battles, the companies fight it out. And
the political deal is on, man. You have President Trump saying out there that China would love President Biden. Listen, this is not. This is a bipartisan deal, man. It's China controlling all of our data, and especially the younger generation data in terms of what they're doing. Listen, Democrats are on board with that. China's in trouble. They know it. The battle's on, for sure.
What's amazing is I was looking at those numbers. Did I send you that article? I can't find the article again. I was looking at the numbers of TikTok. TikTok is bigger than Facebook in the United States. In the United States.
By what?
By like 20 million or something. I'll find this thing again. It's a crazy,
We'll have to get because daily active users, it is not. Facebook trumps them all. You might have downloads, but the reason why downloads is there is because every single person's already downloaded Facebook in the world. So there's a lot of different ways to classify it.
Yeah. By TikTok, I got to find that thing because it was.
It's probably app downloads, I think, maybe is how.
It was pretty wild, man. I can tell you that.
They're monumental.
And it might have been just the demographic of the young people.
You're around teenagers, young kids. I mean, it is the app, man. The app. Period. That's it.
Oh, there's no. They don't. Yeah. Olivia doesn't even go on Facebook.
Exactly.
She's 16, folks. She's gonna be 17.
No matter what, how you qualify it, it's bigger than can be, and it's. To go over real quickly, man, I don't know if so there used to be the app called Musical.ly. Are you familiar with how this started? So if people are familiar out there, there's an app called Musical.ly, okay? It was also very big among young teenagers. And what they would do is they would lip sync songs, okay, they're created. Well, what happened was you would ByteDance bought Musical.ly.
Okay.
They overnight turned it into TikTok.
Wow.
So all of the users who had Musical.ly opened up their app one day, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And TikTok was there. They morphed it a little bit. They talk about they knew what they were doing, man. Now, Musical.ly was a company started by Chinese entrepreneurs as well. I was looking to do it this weekend.
Yeah.
And so then it just accelerated over like the last year and a half, but they did buy the app. So, when you think about nefarious action, right, they literally just bought a big app that was big among users in the U.S. of a young generation, and now they control all the data. Talk about an easy way for a state to gain access to data.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it even more compounded in terms of the possibility for nefarious use, when basically you just bought a huge app that was big with American kids, and said, we want to own that app. And you know how China works, man. They run everything. So,
sure.
Yeah.
And as we're talking, now this is going to get really interesting. The dollar is really falling apart here. And it's not that gold is going exponential either, but just give it a few more minutes. Someone's selling into this dollar, man. I mean, we just went from 92 to 98. Well, it's down another 100 ticks, but, each 100 ticks makes a difference away from that number, man.
Sure.
Once you get into that 91, 88 is going to be a lot closer than it has been in quite some time, so... let's go to Amazon. So Amazon just got clearance. So check this out, folks. The brave new world is getting closer to us. Amazon's at new all-time highs, up $76.
Why not?
And their drones just got the whole
FAA.
fleet. The whole fleet
Good.
got
Let's
FAA
go.
clearance, man.
I'm tired of having to walk all the way to my mailbox, man. I want that package dropped from drone right to my door.
Seriously, that's
I know.
right. That's wow.
No, listen, this ties in well with the conversation we had with John, man.
Yeah.
I mean, things are happening faster than we realize, folks. It is very difficult for the human mind to comprehend, I think, how fast technology is moving. It's very difficult for the human mind to understand exponential growth. It's one of the things, actually, that we struggle to understand how quickly the COVID pandemic can expand.
Right.
Because when you have one that goes to 10, that goes to 100, that goes to 1,000, you're at 1 million in no time. It's exponential growth. But technology, man, exponential growth. We're going to have flying drones. We're going to have self-driving cars. I was talking about it with my family this weekend. There's about 35,000 people that die every year in the country from auto accidents.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if there is a problem, and listen, this is going to be the tough part of how we get over. Nobody wants to relinquish control of their vehicle to a computer that might run them straight into another vehicle or something, okay? But we're dealing with a system right now that loses almost 40,000 dead Americans from auto accidents. 10,000 of those have to do with alcohol. So if we can remedy that, it would be a long way to safety, man. And so there's a big incentive for the benefits that could come, just safety-wise, let alone, like John was talking about, we use our cars. The cars are one of our biggest expenses in life. And most of the time, our $40,000 car is sitting in our driveway doing nothing. And we're paying every minute of every day to use that car. That's all going to shift. It's all going to shift.
Not for me. But the
prices change, man.
I know.
When the prices change, it will. When you say I can just pay this for a limo to show up with a driver, I can work in the limo the whole time. Maybe it's a car, maybe it's an SUV, as opposed to you're paying insurance, you're paying for gas, you're paying for your monthly payment.
There's no doubt.
Yeah. There you go. There we go.
Dow Industrials down 163, Nasdaq up 55, S&P's a flat. Tommy and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 170, Nasdaq's up 53, S&P's up 1.5. Let's go to Jose and Lakeland. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, good morning, comrades. Hey, you guys were talking about Amazon and the drones. If I grew up in the 60s and 70s, I would have just ordered something from Amazon and waited at my front door with a Louisville Slugger and bash that drone and make it my own.
I'm
They
sure
got a
you
plan
would
for
have,
you,
man.
Jose. That thing's going to be dropping a little parachute from about 25 feet, so you better work on your ups, man, to get up there.
Hey, you know,
Really?
I see. So
I'd be
it's going to drop.
Ted Williams and how he swung the bat. But
There we go, man.
Hey, listen, no, you know what's really wild what you're saying, man? There's no doubt, kids growing up, imagine I mean, they're going to be shooting them down with BB guns and stuff, right? Don't you think?
Oh, I had
I
my
hope not.
Daisy BB gun shooting at my neighbor's windows. Why not a drone?
That's my point. We did the same thing. You know what's so
Got to watch
weird,
out for those
folks?
kids.
What's so wild is that was normal growing up, and now, like, I'm so glad I'm not growing up right now because it put me in jail, man. I mean, it was normal, right? Running around with BB guns shooting everyone, right? That was just a normal deal.
Oh, absolutely. It was a tough one when my neighbor came across the street after seeing me out my bedroom window, taking out his windows, and then denying it. That's a tough one in front of your dad.
It is. Then your dad gives you a good backhand up. And you got to go fix the windows.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
I mean, I would think that Amazon is expecting some drones to be lost by a Louisville Slugger or a BB gun, but we shall see.
Sure.
Tom, I'm calling you from quaint village of Carr. I'm heading in my AMC Pacer to the Chevy dealership to pick up my new Camaro. I shorted Apple last week. It's at 125.
Yeah, don't short Apple or Tesla.
No. I should turn around and go home?
Yeah.
I better cancel my order for the... Tom, I'm liking this divergence with the market and gold. I haven't seen this in a long time. You got gold. It looks like gold held the 50-day moving average. What's wrong with Royal Gold that's floundering like a dead fish on the back of a deep-sea charter boat?
Yeah, you know, I think what you got here... So Royal Gold, folks, is one of the biggest streamers, meaning that they make their money, you know, basically from financing companies. And it hasn't moved, you know. It doesn't mean that... It's kind of like the rest of the gold equities also are just kind of laying there. That's the reality right now. And it's like, okay, so if you look at them technically, it's like Friday was a really good day. Friday we could have went south, man, and we didn't. We went just the opposite way. So I like what happened Friday, okay? Today, like right now, folks, you get gold down $4.60 and the dollar's falling apart. Now, I happen to like that setup because I'm more confident in the aspect that if the dollar falls apart, gold's going to be worth more money, period. That's just how it goes. So the aspect of why they aren't buying into this, I don't know, but I still like the setups, Jose,
Okay.
So.
Did gold hold a 50-day moving average?
That's not something I look at, but I'd be happy to look at it for you. Active contract.
It looks like it did.
Yeah, I mean, this thing hasn't even pulled back much, right? Oh yeah, it's way above it. The 50-day right now is laying out at
1908.
1908. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm going to order some toothpaste now on Amazon and wait out in front of my house.
Yeah, I want to see one of these drones drop it, man. I think it's going to happen more so in the rural areas first, right? That's what I suspect is going to happen. I can't picture them.
I don't know, because what's going to happen is we in Tampa we have all of our facilities. It's where they are that they might just deploy those drones from their main.
But I'm
distribution
just saying, like inside the city, like in St. Pete, what are they going to do? Drop it on the sidewalk? Houses are right next to each other.
Hey, I don't know about that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Oh, listen, I hear you.
Yeah.
The world is getting Orwellian.
Oh, that's
pretty
for sure,
close, man.
That's for sure. Yeah, we're already there. And guess what? It's an opt-in deal, folks. That's what's so strange about all of this. We all opted into Orwellian.
It's really tough to survive.
Yeah. Okay, brother. You have a great one, a safe one, man.
So just to add to it, and we all make choices, right? But I can't imagine living in a world where to opt out. You can't have a phone, you can't have a computer, you can't have basically electricity without the world knowing where you are. So yeah, you can opt out, but you're forced to basically deny yourself of all the technology of the last 20 years to do so. So that's where I hope they get some regulations, because you really can't compete in a competitive workforce environment without allowing a company like Apple to track every single move you make. It's so, is that a choice? It's kind of like a necessity almost, where you're jumping to. And then Orwellian, I mean, it's true. The Ring cameras, we went over it before in terms of the video cameras everybody has on their door now. We are the ones providing video footage to the government that they keep for however long they want. So we need some regulations on that stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt, man. It's pretty wild.
I mean, I was watching a crime thriller just jumping around over the weekend, and it was based in like the 70s or 80s. And you say, oh man, can you imagine what people got away with in the 70s and 80s? They're just driving down the street away from a crime scene. And I said, nowadays there'd be 16 different cameras that have that car peeling away from that crime scene. With high-def digital imaging of the person, the license plate, their entire path, and where they've driven, because there's cameras everywhere, man. It's
watch this. Personally, okay? The houses, and the houses I'm building in St. Pete, Tom, right?
Sure.
So I have it set up, folks. So check this out. I'm very concentrated in a couple neighborhoods. So what ends up happening, let's just say in one, there's 5 separate houses that I have within 2 blocks. Well, I have cameras on all of them as we're building them, just for all the supplies and all that, right?
Sure.
But simultaneously, I can actually go on my phone and see all those blocks because I have them all hooked together.
Sure.
That is what's so sick. So you could be going down one block. If you're coming in the alley on the other side, you're going up the other side. The block, and that's so. You're
that's
talking
just
about
one person
being
yourself,
able to do that.
right.
Imagine what the governments can do.
Now, listen, if people want to Google it, man, well we can. I think it was the Post had a great article almost a year ago, probably, talking about Ring and talking about local police. When they have a crime, it's remarkable that they can have a crime within like 20 or 30 miles of where you are. It has to be within like 3 days or a week of it happening. They can request that data from Ring or from Amazon. It's provided to them without any warrant, and they can keep that video footage forever. That basically means that there's always a crime committed within 20 miles of almost most houses within a 3-day period.
Oh, yeah.
So they can almost gain access to every single Ring camera, ask for that video without a warrant, and keep it forever. Whew, that is dicey.
That's right. Don't be a criminal, folks, because you're going to get caught.
You are going to get caught, exactly, man.
Yeah. Dow. Hey, let's go inside the Dow. There's some
little
pressure in there
reversal
somewhere, man. It's why? What's going on here, man?
Well, Apple doesn't have the pull it used to.
Look at that.
Apple doesn't have the pull. The biggest price stock in the Dow right now, United Health. That's the biggest price stock now.
So Walmart's putting 27 negative points. Microsoft 19. Look at the new one. Salesforce, 19 negative points.
Just look at Apple. If Apple was 4 times the price, which it was on Friday, it would be adding 100 points. It's only adding 25 today.
Oh.
There you go.
What a skewed index. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archived workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metal sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 180, Nasdaq's up 70, S&P's are flat. And we get a couple, Peloton, I guess, is coming out with numbers. Is this Thursday or next Thursday? So it's coming out the 10th.
Thursday, I think. Yeah.
And, for our man Dan from Boston, this looks like an ABC structure up, man. I mean, it broke a B point, broke it with volume, and it's a big ABC. You got the B point is, A point is at 38, let's say 39. Your B point is at 69. So you get $30, which would get you 88, man.
The fundamental story of how this plays out, man, I've looked at their website. I've considered buying a Peloton. $2,245, man. You want to finance it over 5 years, they'll let you. But you're going to have to pay for their app on top of that to use it. $2,245, man. That's a pricey one, man.
It's
but we
a
know
pricey one. It's a pricey one. And
people are buying, though. They're buying, and they got a backlog of orders, and they got a 30-day money-back guarantee. I think when you get that order, you can return it as well.
Okay.
Hey, you know what else we do have tonight, though, is Zoom earnings after the bell. So Zoom's up 3% right now, and they are pricing in, I think when I did this morning, $30. So you're looking about a 10% pop in either direction.
Really?
For their numbers, and pretty remarkable when you get into it, man. You're talking about basically you buy a put or call that expires Friday, you're paying about $18. They're pricing at about $37 a movement. So you got to get $18 a movement in your direction just by Friday to break even on Zoom.
And what has happened is that Zoom, so picture, this year, these 90 days, they're looking to take in $500 million. They took in $145 last year.
Yeah, it almost beats their whole 2020 revenue.
This company's been making money, since 2018, even when they were small. It's pretty impressive, man. So you got a growth company that's making money, folks, right from the get-go, too. But guess what? You're still paying $245 for $1 of earning.
Their names almost turn into a verb.
It is.
That's, let's Zoom.
For sure.
Yeah, crazy.
For sure. Stay right there, folks. Think of something coming up next. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal.